Is everybody good to play? There's been a murder.
Let's get it on.
Now, I would like it to be there has been a injury because I am like to not deal with a murder. The woke.
I guess
version.
that's good yet.
It's like
Sorry. Oh, yes, I heartily endorse.
secret Baltimore over secret Hitler.
Well, I mean, I guess it could be retitled. There's been a United Healthcare CEO situation.
Oh, Randy.
Too soon. Too soon.
No, it's not.
All right, let's get it going.
Let's.
Yeah.
Yes, let's. That's a little improv terminology for you.
I forgot about the hound one, and I saw that, upside down. I was like, when did a T-Rex get into this thing? It's definitely a dog.
Okay,
The Velociraptor.
Yeah.
this is a simple game, right?
It's
Yes.
a simple game. We all know how to play it.
Well, my point is this: is that 3 times now I've played it with the Wednesday night crowd, and each time they've just got hung up on it, and I'm like, why am I not able to explain it
That's
to
great.
them? So
Is
I
it the
feel
same person or people every time?
no, it's
or-
just different people.
I
It's
feel like
just-
some people don't like the social deduction games. For some people, are just hard to wrap.
No, I mean it's like they're confusing as to they're getting confused as to what they're supposed to do about the red cards. Like sometimes they'll be like deal out a new hand and they'll go, okay, I have 2 red cards. And like, you can't tell us that. You said this. You said to immediately tell us when you read the red cards. I'm like, no. I said to immediately do what the red card says. So when the red card says gossip, you're supposed to immediately gossip. When it says faithful hound, you're supposed to immediately faithful hound. That doesn't mean you immediately tell us not every red card you have.
I think it would be easier if, like, the instructions for each character was just written directly on the card, and you just read what was on the card.
You know, and I told them that it did.
Right.
Anyway,
So do what's on the card.
it's just like I know it's something to do about my teach, but I don't understand how I'm teaching it wrong.
I really find with a lot of the social deduction games, like especially if they're not like big gamers, like sometimes like no set rules, like this abstract trying to figure information out is difficult sometimes.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just the shell game. Like, just try to.
Yes.
Yeah, but
Just
like
try
that,
to-
I think board game people want like a tangible
Right.
explanation, and you can't with this sometimes.
I would say this, speaking of social deductions, I still really would like to try like 7 or 8 people that coup with those
that'd be
with the
good.
factions.
Okay, yeah. Does
Because
it
I would really like to see that happen. Like sometimes when we have like 6,
Do
maybe
you
that's
do you have it or do I?
I have it.
Okay,
But I just don't ever have like
Oh, okay.
7 people around that will game.
Gotcha.
One last time we got 7.
Or 6. I think 6 would be good up.
Because like Jason.
4 or 5 probably is not quite as good.
I went on
Because coup by itself is not good at 4.
for some reason, and I can't really explain why, but for some reason I just got in a mood one day, like some months back, and I got every single game produced by that company. So with all the expansions,
Yeah.
One Night Revolution, you know, I mean, just basically, I forget the name of the company, but Indigo Games.
Was it
Yeah.
Avalon Hill or?
No, it's
No,
not
that's not
Indigo.
Indigo.
But,
That's
anyway,
the
but,
board
anyway,
games.
but they're all set in that.
Yeah.
They're all in that same dystopian universe.
Well-
and I've got all of their games with all of the expansions. I got the complete, set.
Well, I like
Such a
to
fanboy.
switch the characters because I think I don't remember what that new character is, but it replaces the
Visitor or something.
the diplomat.
The Inquisitor replaces the Ambassador.
Yeah, right. And so it does similar, but the thing is like you can make somebody get rid of trade one of their cards.
Right.
So you can look at somebody's card, and I think it's that you look at somebody's card and you can either let them keep it or tell them to change.
True. And then the trade-off is that unlike the Ambassador, they can pick 2 and return 2. You can only pick 1 and return 1.
Right. Yeah, but it does make it a little bit more like the Ambassador generally I'm the ambassador. Oh, I don't
It's
care.
still the weakest.
Nobody
Yeah,
cares.
yeah.
Nobody cares.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to go. No, you're not.
The only time the ambassador gets used is when you're not an ambassador because you want to get something else.
Yeah. Because you're like, have two
Yeah.
assassins.
It's like,
and
oh, I'm
there's
not a
nobody-
duke. I'm an ambassador.
Right.
Well, that's the thing is I've learned to actually because we played quite a bit of it up in Columbus. If you want to do this, shuffle. Is that is you need to take the ambassador seriously and actually call them out, because
Yeah.
if you let someone just run away with it, then they will just ambassador themselves into whatever they
Oh, yeah.
want.
Exactly. Exactly.
But the other
two
part.
more, right?
Yes.
But the other part about the thing is the factions is you can't well, there's also a tax that becomes in the middle, and the Duke can't get his hands on it
Okay. Okay.
because the Duke can't steal from himself.
Gotcha.
Right.
So it weakens the Duke a little.
Is Michael certain since he won?
All right, if I have 4 red cards, am I supposed to say that?
Yes, because I want to know how you got extra cards.
I'll start.
I have the gossip. I also have the swain. Draw a card and add it to your hand. Then choose another player. They must take a card from your hand at random. This can be the murderer card. So I obviously do not have the murderer. I don't know who has it. Surprise.
So wait, you do the thing?
Not yet. It's Michael's turn.
Oh, yeah, you were
I was
just-
doing
you were
my
passing-
red
yeah,
card.
yeah, yeah.
My red ability.
Tantalizing.
Right.
I need like a faceted table. Force.
The hexagon table.
Hexagonal?
Hexagonal? There's, which I think is hilarious, a Kickstarter.
Butler. So I'm going to look at the top card, announce its name and function to the table room. I don't understand. It would be easier if it just said show it to the room.
Right.
Give it name and function. It's the same as showing it. Put it back on top of the draw deck. So this is going to be the driver. And the driver looks at the top 3 cards of the draw deck, add one to your hand, shuffle the other 2 back into the draw deck, do not reveal any of the cards. So the next card coming up is the driver.
And I'm just going to discard my gossip because it says I have to.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I play the secretary. I will look through the draw deck without revealing the cards. And I can put 1 into the discard pile, then shuffle the draw deck. I already knew which one I wanted. I think we all know which one I wanted. Hopefully the other one gets shuffled closer to the top, but goodbye, witness.
All right. I will play the doctor, which is take a card from the discard pile, reveal it, and shuffle it into the deck. I'll
So you're
shuffle.
going to be the trader and put the witness back in?
I'm going to put the gossip back in. And maybe something else gets shuffled around as well, but probably I just lowered it again. And then, well, we're supposed to take one after.
If you have
Oh yeah,
Less
yeah.
than 1,
less
yeah.
than 2.
At the beginning.
Yes.
This would have been the driver, but you were fine.
Yeah, I like that card, but this card also doesn't help us.
And bringing the gossip back into the deck is nice.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And getting rid of the witness is great.
Yeah, that's a. The second I got that
Get
card,
rid
I
of
was
the
like, "Ooh, I know what I'm getting rid of."
commission.
Yeah, I said, I 100% know what I'm getting rid of.
Sure.
What is our win conditions again? It's the
Detective with the
Murderer,
murder.
informant.
Or the informant.
The detective discards the murderer, or the murderer is in the same hand with the informant.
Yes.
Okay. That doesn't seem like a win. That's
Yeah.
a lot. If the murderer
Yeah, I
and the
think-
informant
I think
are
he's-
together,
yeah.
Well, that's what the
Well,
witness is.
yeah.
The lost condition.
Yeah. So the
witness
difference
is
is
murdered.
thematically the difference is this: the murderer knows that the witness is a witness who's going to testify against.
but doesn't know
The murderer doesn't know that his buddy is going to inform
more on him, so he's wearing a wire or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Snitches get stitches.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a
The
Kickstarter
kids
coming
love
out
to say that.
for Catan, base Catan, and it's like upgrading components or something. I'm sure they're going to be
Okay.
outrageously
You
expensive. Like,
you guys have to show me your cards in secret.
So just basically.
yeah,
That's
it's just like, yeah,
That's
it was like
literally-
I got some emails about like, oh, this is going to come out. Are you interested? I said nope.
Draw. I'm going to discard the swing, or play the swing. I draw a card and add it to my hand, then choose another player. They must take a card from my hand at random. This can be the murderer card. I will draw, and then I choose. Not that it matters too much, but Michael. Choose. It's random, I think. They must take a card from my hand at random.
Little draggy drag there. Alrighty. Playing that one.
So the card remaining in your hand must be a lower number than the.
It must be.
Mm-hmm. Well, I don't know how the numbers go.
They are in.
You should take a look.
Now let's take a look.
You should take a look at that and get yourself some information.
The lower numbers.
So yeah, it's good. They're signing up to see people do it. It's literally just like clear acrylic and like some
Oh wow, yeah.
some like upgraded
Very
opponents. But I'm
fancy
like,
stuff, but yeah.
yeah, but I'm like, it's still Catan, and I guarantee you they're gonna be like $150, $200,
right.
which is insanity.
All right. Okay. I will play the Confidant, which allows me to choose a player, and they pass a card of choice to me, and I'll pick Michael because I feel like some people have some information, possibly, that I'm not aware of at all, which possibly could put 3 people in the room together. Okay.
All right, Michael.
I don't like my cards. My cards is like.
So then why don't you just invest in
They're
it?
just I am the ambassador.
I'm playing the driver. So I'm going to look at the top 3 cards of the draw deck, add 1 to my hand, shuffle the other 2 back into the draw deck.
Ooh, our draw deck is getting real.
It is.
Yeah.
Well,
The fact that you
the
just
loose card
read
is still
those all
here, right?
upside down bothered me.
Well, I mean, I recognize.
I know, but still, it was just like they were upside down, and you're just like everything's normal. I was like,
well, we're going to take time to flip them over when
No,
I just
I know,
I
I just-
recognize the card. I know what they do.
It's funny. I just thought it was. I was like,
I have the gossip. The other card I have is the socialite. I'm going to have to discard the gossip. If it comes back to my turn, the socialite is the choose a. I mean, it's in there too, but it's choose a card in my hand and exchange it for a card belonging to another player. Basically, I do not know where the murder is. I have not seen it. So, goodbye gossip.
Interesting.
Okay. Monkey. The driver. What was it? Look at the top three.
The top 3.
Add one to your hand, shuffle the other 2 back into the deck, do not reveal, which means that's going to, unfortunately.
No, it won't. It's when we have to draw a card
Okay.
and there's no card to draw.
But, oh, he's got a card, yes. Hey,
He's got 2.
that couldn't have happened any fucking better.
Yeah.
nice.
There it is.
Well, see, I was gonna win it for us on my turn because I knew you had the murder.
Yeah.
Good.
Okay.
I took
I
out of
when
the
you
deck.
saw theirs, I was like, he's
Well,
got it
My
out.
process of
He's got it out,
elimination. Yeah.
That's
I
why
figured.
when I gave you a card, I want. Or
I kept getting cards that were like one person swap with another or trade to everybody. Like I have the errors, everybody swap, which is not going to do anything but just spread that information.
Well,
around.
see, I also had the stranger. So when you asked me to give you a card of my choice, I didn't have a choice. I wasn't allowed to give you this.
Right.
That couldn't have worked out
Right.
any better for the last card being.
made it at the very end.
Good thing we got rid of that witness.
Right.
The CAD says the stranger card must be swapped if either player has it.
Do it.
The CAD says the stranger. What doesn't the stranger stay with you? I must not remember how. What does the stranger do?
Well, what it does is it makes your hand numb.
Well, ask you to choose a card and pass.
I'm terrible. But you guys keep inviting me, so.
All right.
Is that another round?
Sure.
Is it set or do you just shuffle them?
I shuffle, but not like intensely.
Yeah, but the
Separate the murderer.
the murderer
Oh,
is,
yeah,
they have to be
everything's in
top
there.
and bottom.
Yeah.
All right. Make a bottom 5. Make a top 8. Or yeah, you can give 2 to everybody. And who had last turn? You did?
Yes, I did.
So we'll start with Don.
And I got gossip both times. It didn't help much, but I love the shuffle deck. And I have the gossip again.
Oh.
I also have the driver. It's the draw top 3.
Yeah.
All right. I will. I will play the butler, which allows me to look at the top card of the draw deck and announce what it says, and it does. Nobody look at it, but this is the imposter. If you have another card, you must play it instead of this one, unless it has a lower number. I can't tell you. So that is the imposter there.
I'm playing the socialite. I am picking Leonard.
Mm-hmm.
So, socialite says I exchange a card in my hand to a card belonging to another player, following the restrictions of cards.
But it's their choice.
Yes, following the restrictions of cards.
Use it well. Wow.
Nice.
I got the exact
Nice.
same hand again.
I was able to deduce that you had the murderer again because he gossiped and announced what he had,
Yeah.
and you announced what you had with Butler. So here we go. You had to have the murderer.
I got.
So I was like, that's why I kept emphasizing, follow the instructions. You cannot give me the murderer. This won't work when you don't give me the murderer.
I literally
give you the
had the
information.
exact same starting hand. Secretary and gossip again. I was like, oh, I guess I'm getting rid of the witness again.
Secretary murder. Yeah. That's
That was
funny.
pretty short.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's fun.
Like my temper.
I didn't
Nice
even, there you go.
deducing.
I didn't even have to discard the gossip.
All right. That was something. All right.
Where's the
the next game.
Oh my god, that would be terrible. I'm not. I don't.
I still
Don says he
I
can.
still
but
like
No, I can't. I said that because
Because
of
he was
the
the android,
I was
or
the
the alien.
alien.
Oh, gotcha. Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's right. There's the whole thing where I was
Because
like
it's like the
giving a clue
android,
without
yeah.
realizing I was giving a clue. Yeah.
Yes, there you go.
Yeah.
That's it exactly.
Yeah.
No, I would be like, straight up.
I sold myself out. I should have just stuck to it.
You were close though. I mean, you guys.
I knew
yeah,
it was
you
one of
were
the two.
close.
I knew it. At first I was like, I forgot what the clue was that made me switch. Because the whole time I was like, I think it's space station.
I think it was
space
the,
station. And then there was something.
Charles asked about the fire or water.
Yeah,
Which
that's
ones
right, 'cause the
were-
water, I
were
was like,
flooding, or
oh.
which ones? Yeah.
Flood or something.
I was like, yeah,
hazardous.
it's got to be the summary now. Because
Yeah.
that's. There's no.
All right,
more space.
somebody give that a better shuffle.
Oh.
And then the bottom. Oh, wait a minute. No. Yeah. Yes. Here. Shuffle that in as well.
Right.
And then the bottom 4 go with this card, and the top 7 go with this card. And apparently Dom's turn.
Again.
Leonard keeps winning it for us.
Yeah.
Michael.
Wait,
actually.
these-
actually, no,
we
you
gotta
got
get
last
these
turn.
in.
You swapped cards with.
That's true.
Oh, yeah.
you got
So,
it.
so
Yeah.
Garrett will have the first one.
7, 5, 6, 7. So that's our top.
This needs to be shuffled, though, right?
Yes. This is-
Shuffle.
Oh, what do you think of the place?
It's got walls and heating and cooling, so it works.
All right.
I am amazed by that.
I know.
Right,
yeah.
right.
Like we said, you get a pass for this year, but so help me if there's not a puppet show, a Christmas puppet show next year. I want my money back.
I really thought, like, Charles was coming, we were going to be 6, so I was going to do 3 here and 3 there.
And I like that you have
Which I-
options for that. Yeah.
And then if we ever need to, I can put I have that breakfast nook space where I can
Yeah.
put out the card table and with the 4 chairs, so I can host up to 12 now.
Right. Yeah. All right. So if I start, let me see.
Does anybody want to claim to be the gossip
Right.
or the ambassador?
this time.
Are you starting?
I'm starting. I've got the maid players on my left and right secretly show me a card of their choice. I may not reveal what the cards are. I'm limited based on what they can show sometimes. Okay. Cool. That's me.
All right. The Swain. Draw a card, add it to your hand. Then choose another player. They must take a card from your hand at random. This can be Le Murderer. Let's go with.
Oh, did I mention that Billy said he was going to come by Thursday to look at the thermostat?
Oh, nice. Awesome.
We'll probably change that.
All right.
Does it sound like that should be under warranty as well, or was that not new? Like
I
the
don't-
system had some new stuff, but
Yeah. The HVAC system itself is under 10-year parts warranty.
All right.
I don't know if that included.
I'm going to do this. Everyone simultaneously, passes a card of their choice to the left, if they have one.
I feel like
Do
we're
not reveal the
Balderdash.
Okay.
Ooh, how very.
Playing the driver. Look at the top 3 cards of the draw deck, add 1 to your hand, shuffle the other 2 back into it. Okay, so top 3. There's this one. So I've been slowly unpacking things actually at the PlayStation set up this time, which I did not have set up.
Oh, nice. I like that you have your movies set up again.
Yeah.
PlayStation 3?
Yes.
PlayStation 1.
Because
European version.
at the other house there wasn't enough.
I had one, but
I
I had a PlayStation from Russia, and I
Oh,
only
it's
played European stuff. And it was pretty fun.
Yeah, the region ones and
But when everything was still region,
But that, there's
You get all the
there's more
Japanese games you couldn't get over here.
yeah.
that's awesome.
But I couldn't get any of the games from over here to play.
My
So we had to buy them on the street in Russia and have them shipped over.
and put my office supplies actually on shelves rather than just sitting on the floor, which was one of the bigger things that made my office unusable for having people up, even though I had a table, was that all my office stuff was just sitting on floors because of the shelves.
Because I mean, good too.
What's that one say?
If a card makes me discard a card or something like that, I have to choose the stranger.
Interesting. Perfect. I'll be playing the Socialite. Choose a card in your hand and exchange it for a card belonging to another player, their choice. You must have another card to swap. And
Wait, how did that happen? Oh, I'm just kidding.
great success.
I knew that was
I was
coming.
hoping I was getting something. Yeah, I was like,
I messed up on the stranger when it said if a card makes you discard. For a second, I thought I'd have to discard it when I'm able to. I'm like,
Right.
I could have gotten rid of the witness, but
Yeah.
it didn't matter.
yeah, it worked out well. Because
Too late.
the second you gave me the informant, I was like, huh, I just gave up the murderer.
That's what I thought. Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna call.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
That
tired.
was fun.
Thank you,
That's
guys.
a good one. We solved 3 murders in a row.
Right?
We're at that Columbo monk status.
Yeah,
Definitely.
sweet.
Wasn't enough chin grabbing, but
Yeah. Well, wait a minute. Let me ask you one more thing. Mrs. Penobscot.
Well, I mean, honestly, Columbo is one of my favorites of all time.
Well, Peter Falk was brilliant. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant actor. Like,
Yeah.
respected amongst other actors and just, yeah.
But
what's that? You want me to leave the vegetables? Okay.
No, thank you. I do.
I just wish I knew who Mrs. Columbo was. They never said her name.
No, but I think there was one episode where we actually saw her.
But they still only refer to her as Mrs. Columbo. Even in years later. Even when like the Fonz would just randomly show up. I don't think the Fonz ever showed up on Columbo, but I feel like that would be a good movie crossover.
Yeah.
I see you were able to do office and extra. So it's okay. That works.
Very
well.
functional. Yeah. And any room that Mike was in, he said he can, like, you know, if he's in his bedroom or office or whatever, he can talk to Buffy and wave at her and stuff, so she doesn't feel as lonely.
That's right, yeah.
That's the one benefit of that weird
That's hilarious.
little space.
Gotta
Well,
put the fire
didn't you say
escape in
that when they were watching Buffy, they brought dog Abby over? Didn't you say that Abby was looking out the?
No. She was looking at us from up there. She could not. Well, I mean, she could have if she stood up, but she's generally pretty good at doesn't
Okay.
stand
Should
up.
put a fire escape, for safety reasons.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, no, she walked up the stairs, which I mean, we don't.
I feel like this thing
You
needs a
can
slide,
take her,
though.
Stared at us.
Or at least a fire
so- Well, that could be the.
zip line and whatnot.
Yeah. So is there like a master bath type thing or a bathroom upstairs, basically? Well.
There's two there's 2 full baths, but both of them are in the
Detached.
There is
detached.
one bedroom upstairs, and 2 sinks.
Yeah, the sink situation.
Same thing right here. This is
The sink situation in these is a very odd design.
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand. Like, the way that's laid out.
So supposedly, according to my realtor, that was a fad in the 80s. Like, it may not have been a nationwide fad, but here's what it was meant to accomplish. It was essentially
Right.
no. It was essentially, because they're called vanities.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it was essentially vanity with a sink. Okay, let me back up. Before vanity is what we call vanity now, where the sink is. It was just a little desk that a woman had a mirror and a woman could put her makeup on.
Yeah.
So in the 80s, they decided there was this fad where it was like, oh, well, the woman takes so long making her face. Don't make the man wait for her to get out of the bathroom.
That good old American sexism.
So you have a bathroom sink and toilet, and then you have a makeup vanity with sink.
Yeah, but the thing is, like,
in the bedroom for the
sink is in a
wife.
separate place than the toilet and the
Anyways,
already. So you have 2 separate sinks, but they're not side by side like what became the predominant way to do it.
Right.
It's such an odd little.
Oh, I'm not defending. I'm just saying that was a fad in the 80s.
I'm going to
This is an 80s
guess that
house.
because they made all these at the same. They're all have some version of that.
Yes.
Like
they do.
every one of these homes have a matching floor plan that has some version of 2 sinks downstairs and 2 sinks upstairs, separated from whatever.
And it isn't just this community.
Three sinks.
Yeah, kitchen.
It isn't just this community. When I was house shopping, just about every house that was available on the market at the time was an 80s house. Like here in the Nashville area, those were the only ones that were.
So there was a bunch of sticky spots and cocaine everywhere.
Yeah.
Well,
but so in Goodville was the same thing. It was like, it's an 80s home. It had the detached sink in the bedroom. It was like,
well, but my parents' house is an 80s home, but it's one of those long, and those are 3 small bedrooms. One bedroom has a toilet and a sink in it, and then there's a single hall bathroom with the shower and a double sink and a toilet, and that's kind of common on their street. And so those little not the 2-level ranches, but I don't remember what you call those, where it's just a.
You said it wouldn't be a ranch if it was 2 levels.
well,
But it's just a straight. Well, there's like the split ranch where it's level and it has
like one room or both.
Yeah, but I guess ranch is just straight across.
Yeah.
Right? That kind of classic thing where it's basically garage, whatever, kitchen, dining room, living room, 3 rooms. Yeah.
But you got the double sink going on.
Yeah.
Bathroom.
Yeah. But then the one that's supposed to be kind of the master bedroom, but it's not really, had a sink and a toilet in it, but it was super small.
not walled off, not like a.
No, it was walled off.
Oh, okay. It's a bedroom with a toilet in the corner.
Now,
It's the largest bathroom I've ever seen.
Now, I stayed in a place in New York once that had a bed and a little sink, but it was like just a sink standing there, and that was all it had.
And that was probably supposed to be your New York kitchen.
And then down it was like a hotel type place, but it was a shared shower.
I've seen some of those in San Fran, in places we looked at where it's similar to New York. It's like this. It's like one room in the corner. There is this the mini fridge, which it's like this whole system. It's one cabinet. It's got a mini fridge, a tiny sink, and one burner top in it. It's your kitchenette. It's like, I didn't know it's a camper.
Right.
Now, my place that I stayed when I lived up there for the summer was great. It was a bedroom in the back, and then a great room that had like off of that was the shower in the front of the whatever, and then in the big room was enough space to put like this and have the kitchen like in those same, but it was all
Nice,
this
yeah.
one room.
Yeah.
It was a little bit bigger than this,
Yeah.
and then a room that was about this big separated.
Hotel or an Airbnb?